Anyway, let's get down to business. In 1996. What a year. 1996. God damn, you had I think that was the year, like the Olympics. Kurt Angle won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. Warrior with the gifted sub. Thank you for that. God, what else happened in 1996? Bill Clinton won re-election. That fucker. Horrible person, Bill Clinton. It's one of my favorite things to do when people are just like, hey, this person's bad. It's like, oh yeah, well, Bill Clinton was bad too. And it's like, uh-huh. Yeah, no one's denying that. Shawn Michaels won the WWF title against Bret Hart. And then he lost it to Sid after stomping Vader in the face at SummerSlam. I'm sure some other things happened in 1996. Look, I was 2, okay? I was goddamn 2. It's tough to remember. Didn't Tupac die in that? No, didn't Tupac die in 96 or wasn't that 97? That was 96. There you go. Anyway, basketball. Chat, of course, has torn their shit down. Just went through the draft, picked up Steve Nash. Pieces. Pieces are starting to fall back into place, kind of. And then there's my Orlando Magic just trying like hell to not die at the hands of this brutalized Eastern Conference. In terms of player options, Jason Caffrey. I did not draft you, but you are on my team. Why? I don't know, but you're half decent. Do I need you? Do I need you? No. No, I don't. Especially because I just brought in McCarty. And we still got Funderburk. I wonder what Lawrence Funderburk is up to. This could be risky. I don't know. You never know with old athletes. What's going on with Lawrence Funderburk? Basically nothing. Okay. Shout out to Lawrence Funderburk. Does not regret using his tactics so soon. I actually don't. What's the ugliest hockey jersey I own? Oh, probably this one. Probably that one. Right? Probably that one. All right, so Caffrey can go. I don't need you. And obviously you guys are going to pick up the option on Jamal Mashburn. Pretty straightforward. I would say Chicago if you had any. It's true. Be serious? I am serious. Why would I... I mean, in fairness, that I can't say why would I buy an intentionally bad jersey. Because I have very much bought intentionally bad jerseys before. But you get the point. Let me see here. So Albert Macy, I don't think you guys need it at all. He's not actually one of your dudes anyway. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine there. Who is your least favorite person of a jersey that you own? Mac Jones. It probably is the Mac Jones jersey. It probably is, let's be honest. Fair answer. I mean, I do have a Kovalchuk jersey, and he's a big Putin ass licker, which is unfortunate. But it's just very difficult to find Thrasher jerseys. All right, Alonzo Mourning, you're coming back. Henderson and Funderburk. Henderson, I can let you go because of D-Fish. Oh, I mean, SP, you got to tell me what the hell you want me to change about it. I could change the whole thing. I'll do a big jersey shuffle heading into tomorrow. You know? I don't need Funderburk either. Cool. So option on Alonzo Mourning. That's all good to go. And that brings us to free agency. So for chat, you got Steve Nash at point guard. You got Darvin Ham and Randolph Childress at shooting guard. Corliss Williamson at forward and Rodney McRae. You don't have a backup power forward to Jamal Mashburn. And you don't have a backup center to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Jr. In terms, and Shaq's an RFA, Sean Kemp is out there. 13 offers, though. Damn. But the price went up since you called it ugly. Other than that, I don't care. Will do. When I'll do it, I don't know, but will do. Will do. So for chat, obviously you don't need a point guard because you have Steve Nash. If you were to go shooting guard, I mean, RFAs, non-RFA is like nobody too crazy. If you were to go for a forward, which you really don't need, like Terry Cummings. Power forward, you cannot afford to bring back Sean Kemp. But there are some veterans, of course, to help fill out the roster. And then at center, Christian Laettner is an RFA. Then there's that. So I showed you the team, showed you the free agents you could bring in. Let me know. And if you weren't paying attention, that's your fault. Let's see. D. Fisher point guard, Peyton and Anderson. So I do need a backup point guard. I do need a forward. Power forward's okay. Center. Oh boy. We took a hit there. So either a point guard or a forward. I wouldn't sign anybody. That is an option. That is an option. 12.7 million on a cap hold. Holy shit. I might have to wait until this moratorium period's over before I actually go after somebody. I'm going to have no choice because I do need the big signing of Alonzo Mourning to go through first. Warrior Crazy Day. God, that game was mostly boring as fuck, too. That's why the near couch victory happened. I got a little bit of sleep, woke up, watched Liverpool Arsenal, went back to bed, or tried to stay up, and then it was a mess. It was a mess. You do own half of free agency. Yes, you do. You do indeed. All right. How much do you have on a cap hold? 3 mil? So, I mean, again, Ben's very, very happy. Very, very happy. Also now because we don't have to hear about it anymore. So, again, you can't afford to sign Shaq. I was seeing some conflicting options and thoughts. It is true that you do own half of the next couple of drafts, so you technically don't need anybody. TKH did last night, hence the no Sean Kemp. Hence the no Sean Kemp. So, I mean, if, it's not the worst option for chat to be like, fuck it, don't sign anybody. Again, we know prospects basically never show up. We'll say going once on save the money and just, stick with the people that you do have for the moment. Still try to be bad and develop people. Ted, what's up? What's up? So yeah, that idea of just holding strong, that's not too bad. Again, you guys do have a lot of draft picks. So, you can't go wrong with Darvin Ham. That's true. That is true. All right. Well, we'll go to the moratorium period just to see what the finalized versions of our rosters are going to be, and then we'll take it from there. And for you guys, literally, it's just nobody but depth options, so you're good there. For myself, don't need Caffrey, don't need Robinson. John Starks I was going to let go of. Funderburk I was going to let go of. Do whatever I can to keep Alonzo Mourning. That was the plan. Although if I could cap hold John Starks, that wouldn't be too bad, but holy shit, is he expensive. I guess I'd rather try to get D-Fish to develop. So yeah, outside of me holding on to Alonzo Mourning and you guys dropping everybody, like there's just not much to to do. Lonzo Mourning's trying to escape to Miami. I'm not letting that happen. No, sir. All right, so Zoa's still here. You guys are dropping everybody. No one was important. All right, so you guys do have $12 million in space. So, I mean, if you wanted to sign somebody for the year, there's no reason not to. But at the same time, if you're trying to be bad for these drafts, then why sign anybody? Just let the AI auto-sign low 70 backup players and just go for it, right? There's really no reason to sign anybody. I mean, you could attempt to sign someone for the sake of trading them, but again, oftentimes you got to wait until December or January to do it, which means you have a very small window. So, those are your options, basically. Again, for me, backup point guard, backup forward. Final, what's going on? Thank God Alonzo Mourning's back. That looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. McCarty can play forward. So I need a backup point guard. But not someone good. I might not even sign anybody. Unless I want to sign someone better than Derek Fisher, but I really do want him to develop. I mean, I guess a better backup forward might not be the worst option then. Or even a different backup shooting guard. That way Anderson's the forward. Peyton might play point guard more. How much money do I even have? Not a ton. Can't say I have a ton of money here. Right. Right. Fat lever. God, who that? So basically, whoever I'd even be looking at signing, it would be league min. You can, Meg, but you seem out-battled, out-opinioned by your contemporaries. Hey, it's Rick Fox. Stevie Harrison. There's basically nobody to sign. Fuck. Could bring in Vinny. Steal Vinny from y'all. Hubert Davis. Is it league min for Vinny? It's not, but that's okay. My one signing is going to be bringing in old Vinny Del Negro. And from what I could gather from chat, it was, just wait and let us be bad. Which is probably the best way to go about it. There's really no reason to try to improve the team. You know? Vinny. There you go. Got my depth option. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, there you go, Ender. Good stuff. Meg prospects just don't show up because the AI are a bit smarter and don't let go of them. It's not like NHL where the team's like, prospects, let them go for nothing. So in terms of player progression, for me, Anderson got a bit worse. Ostertag up a couple points. Really no development. For you guys, Mashburn's up by 2. Abdul-Jabbar down by 1. Williamson goes up by a couple points. Childress goes up by a couple points. That's not too bad. The important thing is for you guys that Mashburn's getting better. So, not too bad then. Not too bad. The 1996-97 season coming up. Still in our first era. So for chat's Timberwolves. It auto-signed Adrian Sharp and Lindsey Hunter at point guard, behind Steve Nash. Shooting guards, Randolph Childress, Trent Tucker, Darvin Ham. Forwards, Corliss Williamson, Chuck Porter, and Rodney McRae. Power forward, Jamal Mashburn, Kelly Peters, and Tony Massenberg. And then Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Jr., generated player, with John Amaichi. So, Bad by Design should be the name of this team in Minnesota. Bad by Design. Marty Jamieson is your new coach. So the lineup this year, Steve Nash, Trent Tucker, Corliss Williamson, Jamal Mashburn, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Jr., with Randolph Childress, the shooting guard, as your sixth man. Fair enough. Fair enough. In terms of the trade block and such, Bad by Design sounds like a WCW tag team name. I mean, it will be later tonight now, won't it? This was your draft pick situation. 1997, you're going to have as many as 4 first-round picks. 1998, you're going to have as many as 7? Potentially as many as 7 first-rounders. It's, yeah. It's looking pretty good. As far as the trade block was concerned, the 2000 draft is thin, so obviously trading that first was a thought. Aside from that, let me know if you would change anything about this. Corliss Williamson, you could make the argument is worth keeping. Kareem's at 28 years old. He doesn't really fit the theme. Let me know if you'd change anything. Let me know if you'd change anything about the block and even about the untouchables. I imagine Steve Nash is an untouchable. There's no real point in adding all of those first-round picks as untouchable because you don't have enough space for the amount of first-rounders that you have. But if you change anything about who was on the block just to see what offers you might get, who would be on the untouchable list, let me know. Mashburn untouchable? Is that how you'd leave it? Is that how you'd leave it? Add another pick to the block? I mean, just because it's not on the block doesn't mean you can't get an offer for it. Williamson is untouchable. Is there going to be pushback on that? How are you feeling about the board? In fairness, we can take a look at the picks that you do have and then see the projections for certain teams. Yeah, here, let's do that. So if we look at your draft picks, yeah, we can listen to Williamson offers. There's pushback. There's pushback about Corliss. Well, at least go back to the middle ground. So let's see. Your first rounders this year potentially include Washington. Did you get a haircut or am I seeing shit? You're seeing shit. So the Bullets is top 10 protected. You got Toronto, which is top 3. And Vancouver, unprotected. Let's take a look at those teams and how they are looking. Not even projected, but just how they're looking. So the Washington Bullets have John Stockton, Glenn Rice, Joe Dumars, Dan Marley, and a very young Ray Allen. Is there a chance they finish bottom 10? Yes, but in theory, you could probably listen to offers on that pick. But also, again, if it's a 97 and it's protected and it doesn't hit the mark, then you just get their 98 unprotected. You know? So it's like you look at the Raptors. And I mean, they got some veterans. You know? I think you guys are probably pretty good to just wait it out and see what happens. My opinion, at least. Again, let me know if you change anything about the board. For my Orlando Magic. Trying to run Derek Fisher as our starting point guard to get him to develop. Gary Payton, Vinny, and Anderson at shooting guard. Larry Johnson at forward. I don't have a backup forward that's not Anderson. Gatling and McCarty at power forward. And Alonzo Mourning, Jermaine O'Neal, Greg Ostertag at center. It's not bad. It's not bad. So lineup ends up being... Oh, it puts Avery in. Come on, coach. You're screwing me. Avery, Payton, Johnson, Gatling. You got to be kidding me. Give Derek Fisher more time, man. He's higher rated. That's a pain. Apps are going to suck. I'm just going to leave it then, because there's some very conflicting thoughts and opinions from the chat side of things. Very conflicting. So we'll just leave it open to interpretation and see what happens. So, for me, Gary Payton, Alonzo Mourning, Larry Johnson. Actually, hold on. So Payton's entering the last year of his deal, but he will re-sign. So I'm at the point where I need to decide what's going to happen with Gary Payton. He will re-sign with me. Whew, that's a pricey deal. That's a spicy meatball. I can drop the price a smidge, but not by much. That is a spicy, spicy meatball. Shit. Well, I am at least going to explore what offers I would get from my core players. Doesn't necessarily mean that I'm moving them, but I'm willing to listen. Pretty much nothing's untouchable, I would say. I'm at least willing to listen. So, in terms of heading into this season, power rankings have me second in the league. God, what a weird... I gotta go for it, then. I gotta go for it. It has chat down at 21 of 29. Okay. That is going to change my approach, then. I mean, even if it's sign Gary and hope that it works out, I don't know. So, I mean, Derek Fisher, if I can get a better point guard, I'll have to do it. Guard is what it is. Put McCarty on the board. Gatling on the board. O'Neal. Maybe not Jermaine O'Neal, but Ostertag. And my first rounder. All right. Let's see what happens here. This is getting interesting. My window is getting a little bit smaller, but it is still very much open as chat looks to build up through the drafts. Damon, we are still in the first round. Timberwolves get an offer for Corliss Williamson, but it's a 2000 first-round pick. Again, that draft is bad. That draft is bad. Like, the best player you could hope to get is, like, Hito Turkoglu, who's fine, but that's just not worth trading for that particular draft, especially when you're already trying to trade your own pick. Short term, this is a good trade for me. Long term, Jigsy, I do have it on slow. Short term, this is a good trade. To just try and fucking end this era this year. Long term, this is a terrible idea because Jermaine O'Neal is a very, very good player. I mean, Christ, he's only 18 years old right now. Georgie is a Romanian giant. Hulk. I saw you sent me the link. Yeah. Again, the sleep schedule is a fucking disaster. But, I'm sorry Canada lost. I would have preferred they won. Question is, how risky do I want to be? I can see nothing bad happening trading young talent in your own conference. I mean, like, look, here's the thing, though. If I don't win If I don't win in the next year or two, I'm fucked. Most likely. Dude, you're thinking of 2003. If I don't win in the next couple of years anyway, my window's probably closed and yours is very much open. That would give me Alonzo Mourning and Georgie at center. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. Like, trading Jermaine long term, not the best idea. But I did just re-sign Alonzo Mourning, who is going to kind of cut into his dev time, his play time. I got to do this, I think. I got to do it. Like, Jermaine's not going to be able to develop playing behind Alonzo Mourning. I got to go for it. Jermaine O'Neal, who I got 20th overall this past year, and a 2001 second to Philadelphia for Georgie Marasan. And Jermaine's still going to be behind Sabonis. So, only for this year, though. Who do you have at the 4? I mean, right now it's Chris Gatling, but I have no guarantee that my AI coach would play Jermaine O'Neal at power forward, is the problem. One of the limitations of this head-to-head is we're not allowed to micromanage. So like I said, short term, good deal. Long term, if I don't win, this is going to fuck me over immensely. Long term, it's going to fuck me over immensely if this doesn't work. But I need to try to win before chat really gets their chance again. So, done deal. I got to go for it. How far in are we? We've almost made it a decade since we took control of these teams. So yeah, I got Georgie as the 6th man now. We're a better team for it. That's what I got to do. Wasn't a part of the plan, but here we are. Here we are. You guys get a trade offer. Kareem for Brandon. Brandon's like 27. You don't want to block Steve Nash. So, that doesn't make sense. Magic are a slow starting team this year, though. Offer for you guys. Randolph Childress, 24 years old. See potential at a 72. For 26-year-old Walt Williams, I mean, if you thought you could bring in Walt and flip him, maybe, but he's just as valuable as Childress, so it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Another trade offer for you guys. Adrian Sharp, an auto-signed veteran, for a 24-year-old forward and a second. There's no reason not to take that. You win the value on that front. Easy deal for you guys to get an extra second. Timberwolves are properly tanking still. You guys get another offer. 37-year-old Trent Tucker for a random 22-year-old point guard who's terrible and a second. Again, no reason not to take that. Like, you're being able to flip auto-signed veterans for actual prospects. Like, that's working out really well for you right now. 26-year-old center. Johnny Walsh, a 22-year-old. Jesus Christ, dude, the AI is just giving you a chance with these younger players. Like, all of those deals make sense to take. That's crazy. That is crazy. There's no way this deal is going to be worth it for me. Clarence Weatherspoon is just not a big enough improvement as a backup forward. That explains some of the struggles. Gatling and Larry Johnson both hurt right now. That explains it. That explains it. Yikes. I need to hope I still make the playoffs. Vinny for Joaquin Hawkins. Hawkins is not that great, nor is Vinny. I do need another forward so badly to survive this injury time, though. I have no choice but to take that deal. Oh, man. Is my team even going to make the playoffs because of injury? I mean, if I wanted to improve at point guard, Anthony's 29, Wiley's 30. 2 point guards for Georgie, huh? God, Gatling's dealing with a fucking broken left ankle, too. Gonna say no to that. Can't afford to give up the best player in the deal. Twice. 6th in the conference right now for Orlando. Ostertag for Jones Garcia. No. Guy's 27. And just like that, we've hit the trade deadline. So, first things first, for me, I have no choice. Even if it means I end up trading him. I need to bring back Gary Payton. It's got to be done. There's the offer to Gary. Can I keep Willie Anderson as well on League Min? Yes, I can. For the chat side of things, McRae's going to leave you. That's not a big deal. Connor, thank you for the 35. Welcome back, welcome back. How are you today?
Highly unnecessary.
I will say you talked so much about insomnia on this stream, and then this has been the summer of insomnia for me. So, all right. Well, chat's Timberwolves. In a great position to have high odds again in the draft. My Magic trying to overcome a fair amount of injuries to at least make the playoffs. And then hopefully we can get back to 100% and do the thing. Hopefully. We are 7th in the conference right now, though. It's not a guarantee that my team's going to make the playoffs here. Those injuries are brutal. Those injuries have been brutal. I thought Morning would put you over the top. I mean, he has. It's just we keep running into super teams. God, we're bouncing back and forth between 6th and 8th. Now 9th. Oh, no.
I'm trying to walk through this fucking grass.
Oh, my God. Chris, thank you for the follow. But as things stand, I am 1 game out of the playoffs behind the New York Knicks, who might finally be dead. They might finally be dead. Chris, I sure can't, but I appreciate the attempt. I've been dying, sinus infection, Shark Week, migraine, palooza, and insomnia. Damn. Well, I'm not going to complain now. Well, the question has been, can I beat New York? Now I have to. Dude, I got 5 games to get ahead of the Knicks here. Oh, my God. Holy, is this precarious. Beat the Celtics, thank God. 2 games left. We're dead even with New York. Holy shit. And Cleveland's insane. Fucking hell. Can we beat Atlanta? Thank you. It might come down to the last day of the season. If we lose this game and the Knicks win theirs, I'm pretty sure I'm out. And we lost. Oh my God, we lost. I don't know if I'm in the playoffs. I might have missed. I might have missed because of injuries. Chris Webber wins league MVP in Denver. Allen Iverson wins Rookie of the Year in Phoenix. Kind of all good. All good, all good. Sixth Man of the Year, Tim Hardaway in Charlotte. Defensive Player of the Year, Shaquille O'Neal. Howard Isley, Most Improved in New York. Coach of the Year, Cleveland. Executive of the Year, Cleveland. First Team All-NBA, Gary Payton. Allen Iverson, as a rookie no less. Chris Webber, NRKM, and Shaquille O'Neal. All-Defensive Team, Shaquille O'Neal, Sean Kemp, who landed in Dallas, Scottie Pippen, Jason Kidd, and Michael Jordan. All-Rookie Team, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Kobe Bryant, and Marcus Camby. The Orlando Magic have made the playoffs, but we have to beat a team who won over 60 games in the first round. But ding dong, the New York Knicks are dead. The New York Knicks have finally missed the playoffs after dominating the 90s. Holy God. Are you healthy? I mean, Danger, look at me. Oh, you meant the team. We'll take a look in a second. Dude, the Mavericks are the #1 seed in the West, by the way. Holy shit. It's New Jersey and Milwaukee, by the way, at the bottom. Wow. We made it to the playoffs by 1 game over New York. 4 teams with at least 50 wins. Holy shit. Well, in terms of Chat's team this year, rookie Steve Nash really led the way. Jamal Mashburn had a really, really good season, too. And a double-double average for Abdul-Jabbar. Well, you know, Jays, you know. For myself, we got some injuries still. Alonzo's amazing. Johnson, Peyton. But with tendonitis, James Robinson, he was an important piece. Georgie tore his MCL. Really might have traded Jermaine O'Neal for nothing. And Greg Ostertag dislocated his right kneecap. He is out for the season. Fuck. Okay. Well, again, chat season is over with. Chat season is over with. Finishing with the 2nd worst record in the league, only ahead of the Bullets, whose pick you have, which means it's going to transfer to next year's draft unprotected. You also have Vancouver's pick this year unprotected. So you are guaranteed 2 of the top 4 odds at the #1 pick in the draft. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, so what the fuck is my team going to look like here for the playoffs? Avery Johnson, because it's starting him over Derek Fisher, you fucking idiot. Gary Payton, Larry Johnson, Chris Gatling, Alonzo Mourning. The depth is thin. It's thin. But we do still have 3-star players who can hopefully lead the way. I really wish we were playing Derek Fisher more, but that's just what the coach is going to do. Fuck. Okay. Well, that means we have to look at what, the 64 win? The 64 win Cleveland Cavaliers. Jesus. Okay. What does Cleveland look like here? At point guard, BJ Armstrong. Okay. That's not too crazy. It's not bad, but not too crazy. Shooting guard, they still have that generated dude, AC Davis, who's now fucking 34. Charlie Reeves at forward. Terry Mills at power forward. They're not that good. How the fuck did they win 64 games? If I ever had to play a 1 seed, I'd prefer it to be this. I would prefer it to be this. Window of opportunity might not be closed yet. Might not be. But man, I need my star players to carry. Game number 1. It's still best of 5. Cleveland takes game 1. Fuck. Terry Mills drops 35 points with a double. Lonzo had a great game, but did foul out. Peyton with a double. Gatling with a double, but he also fouled out. The depth that had to play. Just too much time played. I got to shorten the bench even more. I don't have a choice. I do not have a choice. Go down to 7. Get Gary out there more. Johnson and Zoe, like, they have to play as much as possible. We don't have a choice. Especially with Georgie out. Game number 2 is a win for Cleveland as well. Fuck. Damn it. 122 to 119. 3 players with at least 20 points. Mourning had a great game. Johnson had a great game. Peyton had a triple-double. It's just for some reason that Cleveland team plays much, much better than they look. In game 3, we avoid the sweep at least. We avoid the sweep. By 1 point, we avoid the sweep. Peyton with a great game. Johnson with a double. Mourning was close as well. Whew. Survived by 1 point. I can't believe how much of their bench they use, and they're still that good. That's crazy. Well, game 4. Can we survive? No, we cannot. Eliminated by Cleveland again. I think that's the second time in 3 years. We got a damn strong team, but the rest of the East just is too fucking good, apparently. I just keep getting blocked. But you don't get my sympathy at all. Like, there's nothing more that Alonzo Mourning can do. For anyone who's like, he's not Shaq. He's not, but he is Alonzo goddamn Mourning. Like, that injury to Georgie hurt a ton. Georgie and Ostertag both being out, but especially Georgie being out hurt a ton. All right. Well, we are guaranteed another season. We are guaranteed another frickin' season because no matter what I do with this team, it's just not happening. It is just not happening due to the strength of the conference. Which means you guys picked a very good time. A very good time to blow it up and try to push through. So, well, let's see how the playoffs go then. Cleveland's already out. The Indiana Pacers, behind Antonio McDyess, have won in a sweep of the Denver Nuggets. Not the Bulls with Robinson and Olajuwon. Not the Nets with Shaq or Cleveland. The Indiana Pacers. With Mark Jackson, who's hurt, so Scotty Skiles might have been the point guard. Jalen Rose, Steve Smith, Bo Outlaw, Jim Jackson, Antonio McDyess, Antonio Davis. Apparently, depth might be the answer over superstars. They might be. At least for this year. At least for this year. The frickin' Pacers are the ones to get it done. I am immensely jealous. immensely. The 1997 offseason. We continue through another year. Bunch of big retirements. Kevin McHale, Terry Cummings, Fat Lever. Doc Rivers retired as a Celtic. Damn right. Well, the good news for chat, the longer this series goes, the more it favors you. The longer this era goes. Bad news for me is I can't frickin' win out of this Eastern Conference. Kevin McHale's 32, retired in Boston. Terry Cummings, 34, retired in L.A. As the Washington Bullets have become the Washington Wizards. Sixers have their change to the Allen Iverson era. Nets with their change as well. Save the Bullets? Nah, we'll just let it go. We'll let it go. How long until your players start pricing themselves out? It's already close. It's already close with Peyton. He's getting paid a ton. But I re-signed him in case I need to try to trade him. Better than letting him go for no reason. So this is a big day for chat. A very, holy fucking, very big day. Now, goddamn. Again, almost passed out this morning, so my voice is just shot. Remember, the Bullets pick is going to stay with Washington. It was top 10 protected, so you are going to get, or should I say the Wizards, you are going to get their pick next year that is guaranteed to go back to Washington. So you're looking at pick number 2 and pick number 4. You have full control of those picks. But pick number 1 right now is guaranteed to go back to the Wizards. So 2 and 4 is what you're looking at here as the picks that you do have control over. And we'll see what happens. As the Knicks will stay at 12. After years of dominance, they get the 13th pick. The Detroit Pistons in that phenomenal logo stay at number 12. The Spurs will stay at 11. Sonics at 10 stay. God, the autoplay goes so fast. The 9th overall pick stays with Philadelphia. 3rd lottery selection of all time. Of course, Michael Jordan on the team. Wheels, we're still trying to fucking fix it. It's a pain in the ass. It was Death Wish by Red Sun Rising. The 8th overall pick still belongs to Phoenix. They took Allen Iverson 2nd last year after winning the lottery. 7th overall stays Atlanta. This is very good news for you guys so far. 9th lottery selection all time. The 6th overall pick belongs to Charlotte. You guys are guaranteed 2 top 5 picks. 6th straight year in the lottery for Charlotte. The 5th overall pick belongs to Golden State. You are guaranteed 2 top 4 picks. I'm in danger. I am in danger. The 4th overall pick belongs to the Minnesota Timberwolves. So that was the pick courtesy of Vancouver. The 3rd overall pick belongs to the Boston Celtics. The order has held to this point. You're either getting the 1st overall or the 2nd. The 2nd overall pick belongs to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And again, you know that the 1st overall pick is going to the Wizards because of their protections. But you will have their 1st round pick next year. So chat with picks 2, 4, and 25 this year. And I have pick number 18. All right. Well, to the draft we go. Yeah, no movement in that lottery whatsoever. A reminder of the teams at the moment. For Chat's Timberwolves, point guard Steve Nash, basically nobody else. I mean, Lindsey Hunter was an auto sign. Shooting guard, I mean, you got Childress and Ham. Forward, Corliss Williamson. Power forward, Jamal Mashburn. And at center, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Jr. Those are your key players. And honestly, God, for me, Derek Fisher, point guard, Peyton and Anderson. Johnson's got 1 year left. I just got to take best available, honestly. The 1997 NBA Draft, the first overall pick, the Washington Wizards select Anthony Parker. Congratulations, chat. Congratulations. That is the same way that I ended up with Gary Payton. Wow. The Wizards take Anthony Parker. So chat has to make the pick. Dude, Anthony Parker was projected 9th on the big board. First overall, chat is going to land Tim Duncan. Chat is going to land Tim Duncan. A no doubter. They went with position of need. That was certainly a choice. Tim Duncan. Second overall to Minnesota. The Celtics at 3 have offered you the pick. They want your first rounder next year. That's not worth it. That's not worth it at all. You don't need Stith at shooting guard. It's just not worth it at all. They take Chauncey Billups, which is biblically accurate. Chauncey Billups on his way to Boston. And 4th overall, no trades. I'm seeing a lot of shouts for Tracy McGrady. And 4th overall, chat lands Tracy McGrady. Tim Duncan and Tracy McGrady in the same draft. Goddamn, chat. Goddamn. Now you got to hope you don't get blocked by the strength of the West. But that is a gigantic draft for sure. 5th overall, Golden State selects Keith Van Horn, which I think is also biblically accurate. Charlotte at 6. Trade the pick to Boston, along with a 2001 first for Bryant Stith and Terrell Brandon. So Boston takes Antonio Daniels. We are the strength of the West? I don't know if you're there yet. You're going to develop into it. Atlanta at 7, Troy Hudson. Phoenix at 8, Tony Battie, former Celtic. The Sixers at 9, Dalen Barrett. And the Sonics at 10, Tim Thomas. So, Magic on the board at 18. I do get trade offers for this. This is going to be interesting. Hershey Hawkins. Bulls first rounder next year, lottery protected. The Cavs unprotected 1999. I still don't think they're going to be that fucking good moving forward. Celtics 99 that could turn into a 2000. No. Greg Minor. Atlanta's lottery protected 99. Muggsy Bogues. No. Sacramento's 98 or 99. The Knicks 99. Lakers 99. Mavericks. Samaki Walker. Problem is, obviously, I have no way of knowing who is left in this draft. But I can't imagine there's anybody I'm actually going to want. Nuggets offering me their unprotected 0-1 first. Anthony Johnson at point guard. That's not too bad. Ian Derek Fisher at guard. I don't hate it. Dexter Knox at power forward. How good's this guy? Rockets first rounder in 98. Johnny C. Gray. How good's this guy? Not bad, but not amazing. Eric Piatkowski. Greg Grant. Greg Anthony. Terry Dahir. Miami's 99 first. Cliff Robinson. Or Eric Riley. Well, the offers aren't the best, but I'm going to have to take at least one of them. It might have to be going for Hershey Hawkins. Like, I can't really afford to spec into futures right now. I can't do it. I got to keep pushing to try to win before you guys get your team to develop. Hershey Hawkins is the best player I can possibly get. So while there are other teams that are offering, like, oh, a 98, 99 first, I got to go for the best player available. I have no choice. So trading this first and a second in 2000 to Milwaukee for veteran point guard Hershey Hawkins. And at least that fills out my need for another point guard. Will help me focus on other things in free agency. Got to do it. Hershey, welcome in, buddy. Especially because he's younger than Muggsy. Milwaukee took Kirk Poole, like whatever. And that next pick, Austin Crozier. Yeah, I'm not upset about not having to draft Austin Crozier. So chat is up. They have to make the pick. And in terms of available players, I mean, Derek Anderson's still on the board, but apparently he's not that good in this game. Fabricio Oberto. TJ Park, Leslie Sanders. Let's look by position. So point guards, Brevin Knight is easily the most notable guy left there. Shooting guard, Derek Anderson. Basically nobody else from there. Forward, Danny Fortson. That's it. Keith Booth. Power forward. Fuck all. I mean, Maurice Taylor. Alberto at center. I mean, honestly, him or fucking Scott Pollard. Mark Blount. All right. We'll go with Fabricio Alberto. It's not a bad pick for chat. The Argentinian. Timberwolves on the clock. Again, you do have offers. It is an early second. Could trade it for a lower second in the future. Derek Anderson. That's not who they took first overall, right? No, it isn't. Couple of future seconds. I mean, you can make the pick and hope someone like Scott Pollard's still there, or you just trade for a couple of future seconds. Make the pick, or take a deal like, I don't know, fucking the Knicks, because they're bad. Or, avoid the 2000 draft and go with, like, Sacramento. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Make the pick. All right. So, chat's options. I mean, O'Donnell Foyle wasn't too bad. It is another center. It is another center. You got Maurice Taylor. You still got Brevin Knight. I mean, Brevin's not a bad option behind Steve Nash. He's young, too. It's probably the smartest pick for you. Any disagreements on Brevin Knight? I mean, you just took a center, so you don't need Mark Blount. You don't need O'Donnell Foyle. Freaking Pat Burke. It's all centers, so. It's Knight's potential. We can't, I mean. Scouting reports, starter bench. You got to remember it's a second-round pick. You can't even see it anyway. Brevin Knight it is. It's not a bad pick. Again, second-rounders are very rare. God damn it. I don't get any offers for my pick. Who the fuck is even left? Who the fuck is even left? Nobody at point guard. Nobody at shooting guard. Nobody at forward. Oh, it's going to be a center if anyone's left. Well, I'm just going to take somebody and know that I'm basically never going to sign them. There is just nobody left. Just trying to find a real dude at this point. And, yeah, there's just, definitely not stalling for time. Definitely not. John Thomas, you're real. Let's go for you. Why not? From Minnesota. Fuck you, chat. You didn't get your own hometown guy. So, Anthony Parker, I mean, 77 overall. Like, he's not dreadful, but he's not Tim Duncan, who starts off with a B+. That'll turn into an A, no problem. And he's certainly not Tracy McGrady, who starts off at a C+, and he'll be better than that. We know how potential works in this game. Home run of a draft for chat, and I am in a very interesting spot.